People often underappreciate the difference lifestyle choices can make for their health. If you think just taking the right medication will solve all your health issues, there is an entire new thing waiting for you to discover.
We talk a lot about eating healthier and moving more. What else do you have in mind?
Nature. I think Mother Nature is underrated medicine in general, but especially for us people managing diabetes. So in this video, we talk about 10 solid reasons why people with diabetes should make time for the outdoors. Diabetes sucks.
But at Simply Diabetes, we can help you manage your diabetes cheaper and easier.
We are not medical professionals. We are people with diabetes, just like you.
Welcome. If you find this information useful, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell your friends about us.
First, and the most important for us, just being in nature lowers blood sugar.
Just like that? How? What's so special about being in nature?
Nature inspires us to move more. Just think about it. When you look around, there's always something to admire. There's a flower, so you bend to see it better. Or something smells nice, so you follow the scent. You don't have to run a marathon, although if you do, more power to you. I can only admire you for it, and I will stick to my gentle activities. Walking in nature is like any other exercise in that it helps muscles absorb glucose, reducing blood sugar levels naturally. But, as we showed in our fidgeting video, any movement is good for us. Even just taking a few steps to take a closer look at something can make a difference. It all adds up.
Being outside encourages movement. It doesn't feel like exercise, but it is.
We can go hiking, gardening, or just strolling. When we are outside, it's somehow easier to get moving without noticing that we are actually exercising.
I know you're a big fan of natural light. I hear conflicting things about sunlight. On one hand, sunlight exposure helps our bodies make vitamin D. On the other, we don't want to increase our chances for skin cancer.
These are both great points. Vitamin D plays a role in insulin sensitivity and immune health, so we definitely need it. You can supplement it, and we do. But our bodies make this vitamin naturally when our skin is exposed to sunshine. Another advantage of sunshine is that it makes a lot of people happier.
But what about skin cancer?
We definitely don't ignore it. In summer, when the sun is very strong, I take our dogs for a walk first thing in the morning. They wake me up at 6, which is not something I would ever naturally do. But I love them, so I go. The sun is already out, so I get my vitamin D, but it isn't strong yet, so my skin is safer.
We also go outside after sunset, when it's still light.
Yes, and when we are in full sun, we either stay for a very short time, no longer than just a few minutes, or we use sunscreen and hats.
But doesn't sunscreen prevent our bodies from making vitamin D?
It does. That's why, when we are out for brief periods of time, we don't use it. Another possibility is to protect the face, but allow some limited sunshine on other parts of our skin. This way, the delicate skin on our faces is protected.
You sometimes go for a walk when you're ticked off.
I do. That's one way to deal with stress. Spending time in nature lowers cortisol, which is the stress hormone that can spike blood sugar and worsen insulin resistance. I go for sometimes as little as 10 to 15 minutes, and then I get back and I feel better.
It's a good job I didn't make you upset that much, right?
You do sometimes.
I used to go to the gym, take a racquetball, and beat the hell out of it for a while. It made me feel like I'm releasing bad energy. I haven't done that for a long time, but it was very effective. And it helped my game.
When I used to work in an office, I often walked at lunchtime. It was a great way to refresh my brain. I was a lot more productive in the afternoon than I would be on days when I didn't walk.
That was in Seattle. What about the rain?
There's a Polish saying that we can go out in the rain because we aren't made of sugar, so we won't melt. Now we live in Las Vegas and rain is not an issue. I still walk a lot. It helps my writing. I do my best thinking while walking.
Do you know what the most peaceful color is?
Green?
You guessed it. Looking at the greenery makes us feel more relaxed and happier.
I read somewhere that green spaces are linked to lower rates of depression and anxiety. And these two are unfortunately common in people with diabetes.
But we live in Las Vegas. It's hard to find very green spaces in the desert.
We still can. There are public parks and many people have gardens. Also, open spaces that aren't that green are still peaceful.
I was very surprised to see how beautiful a desert can be.
It's not empty at all. There are always some plants and the stones vary dramatically in color. To see this, all we need to do is look at some rock formations near us, like Red Rock Canyon. We are in Grand Canyon now, which isn't that close to us, but it's breathtakingly gorgeous.
And in winter, when everything's white?
Winter can be beautiful too, and peaceful. There is nothing quieter than being outside when the snow is falling and there is no wind.
I'll take your word for it. I hate snow.
I know.
I know you have trouble sleeping.
I do. And it's worse if I don't go outside. Natural light exposure helps regulate our circadian rhythms, which helps us fall asleep and stay asleep. When we sleep well, it's much easier to gain better blood sugar control.
Does it matter when you go outside?
It does. Mornings are better, but if you can't go until later in the day, go when you can.
Do you go to nature for solitude?
Sometimes, but not always. I'm lucky to have dogs, and they help me be social. Passers-by sometimes comment on them, and I also chat with other dog parents. Being social is good for us because we are social creatures.
So parks, trails, and community gardens are great low-key ways to connect with others and avoid isolation.
Yes! The great outdoors can often inspire us to make healthier habits.
Like moving more?
Not just that. For example, we can make healthier choices simply because we feel better. We can choose to make a homemade picnic rather than grabbing a burger in a drive-thru. We take better care of ourselves because nature inspires well-being.
Your mom has high blood pressure. Being outside helps, I hear.
It does. We said earlier that nature is a great de-stressor, but there's more. Spending time in natural settings is linked to lower blood pressure and reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. Both of these are big concerns with diabetes.
Unfortunately, your mom can't walk now because she fell and broke her hip.
Yeah, she's recovering and should be fine, thank goodness, but she still goes out in a wheelchair.
You know what I like best about nature? I can forget I have diabetes and focus on something much bigger.
Ah, yes, I feel this too. When I feel connected to nature, I don't think about counting carbs and making sure I have enough steps in. I can shift focus from the daily grind of diabetes management to something calming and bigger than ourselves.
So what about you? Do you like being in nature?
As we've just seen, it has so many benefits.
Many people rarely go outside. All they do is move from the house to the car, to the office, to the store, and never give the great outdoors a second thought.
Don't be like that.
If you found this video useful, give us a like and subscribe to our Simply Diabetes channel. Hit the like button so you never miss another video and help us spread the word.
And don't forget to tell your friends.
See you next time.
Until then, keep your blood sugar in the healthy range.